You Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 14. The heart of him that have understanding seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools feeds on foolishness. One more time. The heart of him that have understanding seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools feeds on foolishness. So as you are continuing to grow, all of us are on this line. We are at some level of growth. All right. And if you feel like you have already reached your full level of maturity, I'm going to keep you in my prayers tonight because that's a prideful spirit. For the rest of you all that are practicing humility, or you understand that we are going to continue, we're going to be on a growth process all the way into the rest of our lives. There was stuff that I learned, back in 2011, 2012, and I felt like I was awakened. That was 13, 14 years ago. Thought I was awakening to some things, only to find out years later I was able to go back and look at some of those teachings and some of those beliefs, and I was able to hold them things to the fire. And I was not some of those teachings and beliefs that I had 12 or 13 years ago. I don't push and promote those things to the level that I once did in those past, because some of them are a little questionable. All right. So, but this wisdom is not questionable, not to me anyway, because it is the hidden treasure and it's right here in the book. We can go through it. Wisdom has commandments, wisdom has laws. And I want to talk about this one right here, is that we have to seek knowledge. We continue to see that word knowledge play out all throughout the four main wisdom books, is what I call the Torah of wisdom. You see them in Wisdom of Solomon. You see knowledge in Proverbs. You see it in Ecclesiastes and Ecclesiasticus. And so we have to have a thirst for that knowledge. Thirst for the knowledge that pertains to wisdom, thirst for the knowledge that pertains to our occupation, thirst for the knowledge on how to be able to be better husbands, better wives, and the list goes on and on. Knowledge, that knowledge that we seek after, that knowledge that we thirst after, is going to, in return, is going to lead to us gaining more wisdom, because that knowledge is that we gain from others. It is their experience, and experience is connected to wisdom. So now let's go to Ecclesiasticus. We're going to go to the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 21. Listen, continually to seek knowledge, continue to have a thirst for knowledge. Ecclesiasticus 21 and 21. All right. It says, learning is unto a wise man as an ornament of gold and like a bracelet upon his right arm. So it said, learning is as unto a wise man as an ornament of gold that he has on his right arm. So we need to look at learning as such. We need to look at gaining the valuable treasures of wisdom as such, as if it could be compared to acquiring gold. This is how important this wisdom is. This is how important following the wisdom commandments are. Is that when we have a thirst for knowledge, wisdom, it looks at us as a people that value the wisdom as if we will value precious gold. And if I was telling you all today that there was a place in your city, in your town, only a few people knew about it, and there were precious gold, there was golden nuggets there that could change the trajectory of everyone's lives on this Zoom meeting tonight, I guarantee you won't be listening to me right now. If you heard about that announcement and a few people whispered to you, like the gold rush in the 1800s in San Francisco and California, where people were traveling around the world to go to California in search for gold. Well, I'm here to tell you today, we have to have that mindset. We have to be searching for it. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 2 and verse 4 real quick. Proverbs chapter 2, we have to search and seek for this. It said in Proverbs 2 and verse 4, if thou seekest for her as silver and search for her as hidden treasures, then shall you understand the fear or the reverence of Yah and find the knowledge of Elohim, or the Most High. So now we have to search for this like silver, and we have to seek for it like hidden treasures, because wisdom is the hidden treasure. For those of you that know, when we go to Proverbs chapter 28, we go to Job chapter 28, he said, where from whence there cometh wisdom, and where is the place of understanding? Seeing she is hidden from the eyes of all living and kept closed for the fowls of air. So Job calls the treasure hidden. And Solomon, when you go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7, verse 14, he says, she is a treasure unto men that never fail. Job calls it hidden. Solomon calls it treasure. I call it the hidden treasure. When you go to Proverbs chapter 2 and verse 4, if you search for her silver and seek for her as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the reverence of Yah and find the knowledge of the Most High. So now, learning is as an ornament of gold. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 38. Have a thirst for knowledge. This is what so many business professionals have shared with me when I was asking them, what are some of the keys to your success? And the answers, they vary. They have all kind of answers that I've been gifted with. All right, I'm gonna be sharing those with you in the weeks to come. But this is one of them. Have a thirst for knowledge. You have to have a thirst. There's one person online. I've seen a couple people's names right now, especially when I look at Darren the Inspire. This man has a thirst for knowledge. When you hear him speak, all right, when you hear Darren hop on the microphone and he start talking about the herbs and the body and the healing and, all these different things that can contribute to our well-being, that didn't just come overnight. When I'm looking at the brother Masha Rohan, as I was talking to him in Jamaica last week, and I was like, oh, he's talking about all the herbs and the healings and everything. That didn't just come overnight. These individuals have a thirst for knowledge. And I'm asking you all to have a thirst. When I talk to Jonathan, I'm talking to him about the technological side of things. And he's talking about systems and structures and databases and all that. He has a thirst for knowledge. He's invested that time. Let's continue. So now let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verse 24. It said, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by the opportunity of leisure, and he that have little business shall become wise. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back row. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by the opportunity of leisure. Listen, when you have leisure time, when you have time where you could be scrolling on your phone, when you have time to where you're off work and you don't have nothing else planned for the rest of the day, are you going to have a thirst for knowledge? Are you going to be seeking on how to better yourself in your field that you're in? Or are you going to be seeking out knowledge on how to live a happier and healthier life? Or are you going to buy some books on herbs? Or are you going to buy some books on weight loss? Or are you going to buy some books on being able to learn about stocks? Or are you going to buy some books that's going to help you to become wiser in whatever field that you're in? Do you have that thirst of knowledge? One of my business mentors years ago told me, he said, read 12 pages of a good book every single day. I'm sharing that same knowledge, if you want to call it wisdom, with you today. Find you a good book outside the Bible. Read the Bible. I encourage everyone to read the Bible every single day. But find you a book that you can read 12 pages of every single day. And if you read 12 pages of a good book every single day, if you put 30 minutes a day into reading, at the end of the year, you have read close to 30 books. 30 minutes a day at the end of the year will lead to you reading 30 books. What can happen if you read 30 books on a specific topic, a specific subject, learn a specific skill or a trade or a craft, and you master that thing? You read it, and I'm not saying you're gonna read you're gonna use your whole 30 for just that one topic. But they say if you read 5 books on a topic, you could become an expert in it. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. The wisdom of the learned man, it comes by the opportunity of leisure. Your leisure time, it means more to you than what you think it is. A lot of you think you can just keep scrolling, you can keep wasting time. You can't. Listen, we can sit here and we can blow the money. We can sit back here, throw the money up in the air. You can make it rain. I'm hoping nobody ain't gonna make it rain, right? But you can blow the money and you can get it back. You cannot get the time back. Your time is valuable. All right, we have to improve on our time management skills. So it said the wisdom of a learned man, it comes by the opportunity of leisure. I'm just trying to encourage you one more time before I move on to the next scripture. All right, value your leisure time. Make sure that other people are not wasting your time. I understand if you have children, especially if you are a mother. I know your hands sometimes seem like you're always busy. They have a saying that a man's work is from sun to sun, but a woman's work is never done. It seems like if you are a woman, you constantly all around everywhere. You're working around the clock. Some of us men, when our children are young and the children are crying, we letting the mother get up and wake up and deal with the children, right? So the women are constantly working. I ain't taking that away from you. But if you women out there, if you find yourself on social media scrolling for 2 or 3 hours, shame on you. And you're wasting time and you're on social media and you're not using social media to build your brand, to build your business, to build your family, but you're just on there scrolling. I'm not over here vouching for that. And for you brothers over there is using your leisure time to sit back and scroll and to look at Instagram models and to be on there wasting time. All right. Shame on you. Because the wisdom of a learned person is going to come by the opportunity of leisure. Let's continue. Let's go on to the next verse. Proverbs chapter 18. Proverbs chapter 18. Let's get to it. Proverbs chapter 18, and we're going to go to verse 15. The heart, the mind, the heart of the prudent getteth knowledge. Remember, we talked about this at the beginning of this? We're talking about having a thirst for knowledge. The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise it seeketh knowledge. You see that? The heart of the prudent, it getteth knowledge. He's getting it in his mind by reading books, by putting books up to his mind. And as you read it, you absorb it into your brain. All right. And the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. How many of your ears are seeking knowledge today? Yes, some of you all got your eyeballs seeking it. Some of you all are readers. I know some of you all on here, you are readers. You read, right? How many of you are having your ears to go seek knowledge though? This is what I'm talking about. This is where this is what separates, the average from the people that's above average. All right. When we talked about seeking knowledge and seeking wisdom, a lot of people just looking at seeking knowledge with their eyeballs, but not with their ears. And this is when your ears come into the situation, because now you ear hustle when you hear wisdom being shared in the marketplace behind two different business professionals. You ear hustling when you hear a mother and a daughter, or a wise woman talking to a young woman, or an older man talking to a young man, and you walking past and you listening. Or are you listening? Your ears, are you using your ears to listen to podcasts? Listen, I made a short video about turning your car into a drive time university. How many of you are doing that? How many of you are turning your car into a drive time university? Yes, I know we got Truth Music. I love Truth Music. I just promoted a Truth Music artist on here. Go check out his music, all right? But at the end of the day, I don't ride around listening to Truth Music every day. My ears are seeking wisdom. My ears are seeking knowledge. And if I'm on a Sabbath day and I'm resting, I'm relaxing, yeah, I might throw the music on. I might throw some Truth Music on. I might listen to some of that. But during the week, because when I'm going from place to place and space to space, I'm trying to figure out how I can be more proficient in what I'm doing. I'm trying to be more proficient in sales. This is what I've been doing for 30 plus years. I'm trying to be more proficient in being able to allow my money to start earning more money for me. Listen, I've had a problem with employing my dollar bills, and now I'm trying to figure out where can I put these dollars at so they can earn more money. So my ears have to seek knowledge. My ears have to be gaining wisdom from individuals that have done it before I've come on the scene. Individuals that have way more experience and knowledge that can share with me. And are you doing the same? Are you allowing your ears to tap into audios? Are you allowing your ears to tap into wise quotes? They have videos, they have channels online that have just about wisdom quotes, where they will give you wisdom quotes to help you on your day-to-day affairs. All right, are you tapping into the resources that's available? Because the ear, all right, one more time. It says, the heart of the prudent gets knowledge, but the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. I want your ears, not just your eyeballs. I want your ears to start seeking knowledge.